What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Props Made Easy Prize Picks prop video. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys for joining me as always. I told myself I was gonna change up that intro and stop saying Prize Picks, all that, all the P's, and make it annoying and all that, but I still did it again. It's a bit of a hard to say in repetition like that, surprisingly. Anyway, bet smarter, not harder. Welcome back to PropsMadeEasy.com, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest props tool site in the industry. Makes it super easy to bet what the smart data backed plays are. And yesterday we swept CSGO, swept MLB, might have swept others, I just haven't checked. Those are the two main ones before I knocked down and went to sleep. I know Aaron Gordon screwed NBA, and I know a lot of y'all. I know a lot of y'all already didn't like Aaron Gordon, and I get it. You hate the tool right now for that. Like you're like, fuck you, tool. You know what I mean? I know it. I know it. That's what you feel inside. I know it. Fuck you, tool. I hate you. Listen, at the end of the day, the tool can only go off of a broad spectrum of data. I get what everybody's saying. Oh, sometimes you got to watch games to know. I'm telling y'all right now. How about this? How about this? If Aaron Gordon does not hit his fantasy score projection on Prize Picks at all this series, not a single time this series, I'll give $100 to somebody who comments down in the comment section. All right? Don't say anything mean about me. Don't say anything mean about Props Made Easy because all it's doing is trying to help you with its data. Okay? It's doing the right thing and it's putting you on the smart plays. Period. Just because Aaron Gordon missed doesn't mean the other 50 didn't hit yesterday. It was an amazing day. All right? But like I said, look, I got y'all. If Aaron Gordon doesn't get more than his projected fantasy score ever on Prize Picks throughout this series, I will give $100 to somebody who comments down in the comment section of this video right now. I'm going to write down this video right now, this date. Hold on, let me see. Today's May 19th. All right. On May 19th, I offered $100 to somebody if Aaron Gordon does not. All right, so I'm going to come back to this video on May 19th. And if Aaron Gordon, throughout this whole playoff series right here with the Lakers, does not pass his fantasy score on Prize Picks, I'll give $100 to one of y'all. All right? Anyways, let's get straight into it, man. I'm going right back to Aaron Gordon in the next video. All right, so let's go to the player prop chat first, man, because what a day. What a day. Mark Randall smashed with the sixth pick, had some hockey, baseball matched into with some NBA. Mark Randall, good job. Congrats. Damn, a couple six picks. Nice. Happy Flex Friday, Sammy Q, you too. Mike Sutton, two pick king. I saw a lot of CS:GO wins out of Mike Sutton yesterday. CS:GO was dominant yesterday. I have been spanking CS:GO all week thanks to the tool. I ran this six man off a refund Wednesday because Peeping got a DMP. It was worth the wait. I'm up 300 because of CS:GO and that beautiful tool. That's what's up, man. Mike Sutton, congrats. Six pick out of CS:GO is crazy. You rarely see people hitting six picks out of that. I don't know nothing about CS:GO. I don't even play video games. Trust the data. Hey man, it is great seeing this. I love how much success CS:GO is having, man, because I don't know shit about it either. I barely play video games too. RL Terry Cobb. I don't play video games either. And if I do play video games, it's like Madden or 2K or MLB, and that's it. I'm not out here playing shooting games. I can recognize where my weaknesses are. And that's reaction time on these damn shooting games, playing against 12-year-olds headshotting me from a mile away, and I just respawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what I'm good at and what I'm not, and I just steer clear from what I'm not good at. And yeah, so CSGO's not my thing, but I damn sure will play some bets on it. I won a good amount of money yesterday, too, Terry, so good job, brother. All right, Aaron Gordon ruined that one, but yeah, otherwise, all from PME. It was amazing night. It was an amazing night, man. Everybody was hitting a bunch of green, a bunch of good shit. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's just keep it going. Now, straight to NBA. If Michael Porter was on this slate, I'd be going over his fantasy score 100%. But he's not, unfortunately, so it's going to be hard to find some plays. No, no, but for real, though, okay, we got Bam Adebayo and Malcolm Brogdon at the top. Malcolm Brogdon sticks out to me today. Now, in this video, I'm going to avoid fantasy scores, I think, because I could easily go Bam. I love Bam in this series in general. I think he hits over 35 again. I think he's fantastic. But I'm going to avoid fantasy score. I'm going to go a couple regular fantasy types here. I'm going to go some PRA, points rebound, points assist, rebounds assist, one of those normal type of things. I'm going to start the day off with Malcolm Brogdon PRA over 21.5. Vegas likes the over at minus 125. He's hit this in 7 of his last 10, and we have him projected for 25.07, a 3.57 differential between where his prop line is and where we have his PRA projected tonight. I think Malcolm Brogdon has a big game. I think these guys coming off the bench for Boston and Miami are going to be big focal points for who's going to win this series. And Brogdon has been fantastic. He's a big part of this Boston team, regardless if he starts or not. He's a big focal point of them. And 21.5 PRA feels a little low for Brogdon. I love him in this matchup here, and I'm rocking with him. The next guy that I'm going to go over with, let's see. Let's see any unders that are pop fantasy score under. Robert Williams again. I know there was a couple people who didn't like Robert Williams, and you ended up being right on the last video that Boston played, but he barely hit it, by the way. And he's going to struggle to hit this consistently. I'm going to go with... Man, I want to take a fantasy score again so bad. let's go with Kevin Love's PRA over 12.5. Kevin Love's PRA over 12.5. Vegas likes the over at minus 125. He's gone over in 8 of the last 10. He's projected 14.59. That's a 2.09 differential between where his prop line is set on Prizepicks at 12.5 and where we have him projected. We have him projected at 14.5. Fantastic spot for Kevin Love's PRA at 12.5. Feels a little low for a guy like Love who could put some points up, rack up the rebounds. Great spot for Kevin Love, in my opinion. Or you could go Bam here. It's interchangeable between Kevin Love and Bam here. Bam's favorite regular prop type is going to be points assist on the tool. That's where the data thinks the best value is at over 20.5. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm going to rock with Kevin Love on this one. Just because really I haven't had a lot of Brogdon, I haven't had a lot of Love. I haven't played either of these guys much throughout the playoffs in general, so I want to give some exposure to both these guys, and I think they're both in great spots. So over on Brogdon's PRA of 21.5, and then over on Kevin Love's PRA of 12.5. All right, let's go ahead and head over to hockey, baby. All right, so for hockey, in yesterday's video, I already talked about Max Domi. I didn't realize Dallas and Vegas was going to play today instead of yesterday. But I'm going to go right back to Max Domi. I'm going to stick with Max Domi over 1.5. Vegas likes the over still at minus 130. We still have him at 1.89. 0.39 differential for Max Domi. Absolutely love him. A guy that has really popped up and popped hard on the tool is Jonathan Marchessault. Don't know a ton about hockey, y'all, so if I screw a name up, it is what it is. Jonathan Marchessault for Vegas going against Dallas. His prop line's at 3.5. He's a stud, but Vegas has him going over the 3.5. He's cleared this in 7 of his last 10. I don't know what the hell that was about. And then 3.96 projection. So a 0.46 differential between where his prop line is, where we have him projected. So Jonathan Marchessault is a fantastic over as well. So Domi and Marchessault over. Next up, some baseball. All right, so we have Aaron Judge at the top of the list for hitter fantasy score at a 9.5. He's expected to smash with a 12.47. Wow, Judge is expected to hit a home run pretty much. The tool is pretty much expecting Aaron Judge to go like yard, and that's a good proposition. In Cincinnati, a hitter-friendly-ish ballpark going against Lively. It's a solid spot for Aaron Judge to go over. Anthony Rizzo is also in a fantastic spot. He's at 7.5. Really like New York today. They're in a great spot. Anthony Rizzo's in a good spot at 7.5. Correa's in a good spot at 6. Like there's a good amount of guys that are in solid spots today for the hitter fantasy score. I'm trying to find the Yankee game real quick just so I could talk about it. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Anthony Rizzo has the lefty-righty matchup against Lively in this one. Is the wind blowing out? Let me see. There's a little bit of a rain chance. Nothing crazy. No crazy wind information. Here's what I... Okay, all right. I'm struggling. I'm trying to see who I want to go here, man. It's always tough. Sometimes it's so tough, man, because we have so many options on here. First and foremost, let's go under on Joe Ryan against the Angels today, pitcher fantasy score. His prop line's at 36.5. We have him at 28. So we have Joe Ryan struggling here against the Angels today in this matchup against them. Um, yeah, it's a spot that I'm definitely willing to target here. The Angels are at home, and they're expected to do, to hold Joe Ryan fairly in check here. I mean, like I said, look at that. Minus 7.9 differential. Prizepicks has his prop line at 36.5. Joe Ryan is expected to get hit around a little bit from this Angels offense at home in Los Angeles today. So I'm definitely down. Joe Ryan's been a solid pitcher this year. So it's interesting to see the tool this heavy on the under up for him on this one, but I'm all for it, man. Anytime I see a differential that solid on an under, I'm totally down on taking advantage of that one. All right, so that's going to be the spot for that one. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do a hitter fantasy score. If I want to see if I want any pitcher strikeouts stick out to me. Gonsolin against St. Louis is interesting. That's actually a righty there in that matchup, so he shouldn't get absolutely blasted by this team. There's a bunch of solid options. Zach Gallen, Vegas is high on the over. Data's high on the over. Ken Waldachuk over is high on the over. Any unders? Pitching outs. Let's see. Blake Snell's expected to get hit around. Well, actually, Blake Snell's expected to go over his pitching outs, so he's expected to go like that 6 innings here in that matchup. Um, Man, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I might want to stay in that Angels Minnesota game and go the under on Reed Detmers getting 6 innings. I don't know if I see Reed Detmers getting innings out, but he is at home. A lot of times I like to take these guys on the road if I'm going to go their unders, like we're doing with Joe Ryan. Hmm. Let's see. Um, let's go. Man, this is tough. Sometimes I come in here, I don't even prepare for these videos, man. I come in here and straight use the tool. That's it. You know what? All right, let's go with. So the first play that we had was, what was it? The under on Joe Ryan's pitcher fantasy score. We're going under on Joe Ryan's 36.5 pitcher fantasy score. And then we're going to go, you know what? Aaron Judge this high. That just looks so. Let's go over on Aaron Judge. Let's predict Aaron Judge gets a home run today. I mean, that's not too hard to predict. I was torn between going Judge and going a hitter fantasy score, going that over on him, or going Martin Perez against Colorado. Colorado on the road is bad. Um, so that's interesting with Martin Perez at home and prop line only at 28.5. That's a good spot for him to be successful. But Aaron Judge over 9.5 hitter fantasy score is fine with me. And then under on Joe Ryan's pitcher fantasy score. All right. Next up, CSGO. You know what time it is. CSGO's been a big dub lately. All right, so when it comes to the over, we've got Kayaksin again for Apex. We're going to rock the over on Kayaksin again. Over 33.5. Have him projected at 35.24. That's a 1.74 differential between where his prop line is set here in this matchup and where we have him projected. This is a guy that got us the over just the other day. So over on Kayaksin again. And then I'm going to go under on NAF for Team Liquid going against Apex in that game. His maps 1 and 2 kills is set at 37, so they have it boosted up pretty high because they're expecting Liquid to win this, I would imagine. Due to their prop line, I'm imagining they're thinking Liquid's going to win the game. So we have him projected at 35.17 even with the dub. That's a minus 1.83 differential. So over on Kayaksin, Prizepicks is expecting Apex loses, I'm assuming, so they have his prop line pretty low at 33.5. We're taking advantage of that value. His projection is 35.24, 1.74 differential. And then NAF on the other side of that game, we're going to go under on his prop line of 37. I feel good about him at hitting that 37 or less. We have him projected at 35, minus 1.83 differential. Some solid spots there. Nothing huge. No huge, ginormous differentials on this slate today. Only a couple games going on. So if you want to play a little lighter than normal on CSGO, I completely understand. It's a lot lighter than it usually is when it comes to how much value we have on the slate. But overall, there's a couple of guys that really look good, and those guys stick out to me. All right, soccer. All right, soccer. Let's see what we got here. All right. So Let's go Alexander Mitrovic for Fulham going against Crystal Palace. Over 3 shots. I feel good about him getting the 3 or more here. He's projected 3.63. That's a 0.63 differential between where his prop line is and where we have him projected to go. So Alexander Mitrovic is in a solid spot to get the over there. And then let's grab the under on Luis Diaz again. I grabbed the under last time and I'm grabbing him again. Did I grab the under or the over on Luis last time? I can't remember, but I'm grabbing the under on Luis Diaz. Here's for Liverpool. Let me make sure. Other dude. Okay, Fulham. Okay. Luis Diaz, Liverpool. His shots is at 2. We have him projected for 1.45 shots. That's a minus 0.55 differential. So the under on Luis Diaz shots and then the over on Alexander Mitrovic shots for Fulham. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Good luck. Let's brief recap. We're going over on Malcolm Brogdon's PRA of 21.5 and then over on Kevin Love's PRA of 12.5. For hockey, we're going over on Jonathan Marchessault, over 3.5, and over on Max Domi, 1.5. A lot of overs so far. On the MLB, we're going over Aaron Judge hitter fantasy score at 9.5, expecting him to have a big game here. We'll see. And then the under on Joe Ryan's pitcher fantasy score of 36.5. First inning runs tool I didn't take a look at. When it comes to first inning runs, nothing crazy for the unders popping, but there are multiple overs popping. I'm going to go over on Athletics and Astros in the first inning there as my favorite play there. And then CSGO, I have Kayaksen going over 33.5, and then we have NAF going under. There's less value, less like smaller differentials now than there usually is for CSGO. For a couple games, I'd suggest you maybe go a little lighter today than you normally maybe would, just because there's not it's not like there's some popping pretty solid, sure, but a lot of times we have 3s and 4 differentials to put it in perspective for you on the value on today's slate. And then soccer, over on Mitrovic, then under on Luis Diaz. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's go get this money. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $15 a month, baby. Let's get it. And I'm out. Peace.